Hello everyone, welcome to J-Hook Crochet. I'm Reggie and this is Yarniversity. Welcome everyone. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up walking in, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe down below for a lot more yarny content on my channel. And one more button that I would like you all to get to know is the join button right next to the subscribe button. If you press that button, you can join our very special membership program and be an active contributor on the channel and get special perks that other subscribers don't get. So if you're interested in that, the little join button next to the subscribe button will help you. Or if you cannot see the join button, down in the description box below this video there is a direct link to the membership program. And hello to everyone watching on replay too. Hi! If you're watching on replay, you cannot be live in the chat with us, but you can leave comments down below, which I will read. And if you are with us live, then hi, thanks for joining live. Say hello in the chat. Tell us where you're joining in from today. For those of you who do not know or are new here, I am Reggie. I live in Germany, and this is my channel. This is my dictatorship. So welcome, welcome. Yeah, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up. As I've said, it's that little like button down below. Let YouTube know that we are here. Help YouTube recommend this video to more people. And as I've said, Yarniversity is a live class that takes place every Sunday. It means that I am giving a class and you guys are listening. It's not a regular chit-chat live chat, although sometimes we do chit-chat, and we do, you know, have the problematic students. But Yarniversity is a live class that takes place every Sunday. It's a different yarn-related or crochet-related subject. So as I've said, if you are watching the replay, you're actually watching a replay of a live chat. This is not an edited video. But if you are watching the replay, you can always skip ahead to the parts that are more interested to you, or just put me on double speed and let me sound like a little tiny mouse. Hi to everyone joining in. I saw a lot of people. Please excuse me that I'm not greeting everyone by name. There really are a lot of you today, and you guys know that I really am not very good with keeping up with the chat, but I see all of you. Hello, I'm very happy that you are here. I'm very happy that you are joining, and I see a lot of blue and green, which means a lot of my mods are here today and a lot of my members are here today. To all of you members who are members of the membership program, I do want to remind you all that on the 22nd of March we will have our members only chat, where I already posted a post with all the details about this month's members only chat. So if you missed that and you are a member of the channel, please be sure to check the community tab on the channel for all the details about that, or the post that I posted on the Facebook group. You will find all the details in there about our upcoming members only live, the materials you need if you want to work along and make the project with us. But you can also, of course, join regardless. You don't have to make the project. If you are a member, you can also just come and hang out in the members only live. Hi to Carrie and the bunnies. Carrie actually sent me pictures of her bunnies this week. They're so cute. Hi Christy, I haven't seen you here for a while. Welcome in from the Czech Republic. And Angela is saying she's going to watch the replay and put me on double speed just to hear me talk like a little tiny mouse. Oh, that is funny. Yes, happy birthday to Ursula. I haven't seen her yet here, but if and when she will come in, we will all sing happy birthday, and we will remember to sing happy birthday to Dee tomorrow as well, right? All right, so speaking of the membership program, we have one new member who joined us since last week's live, and that's Dee's Creative Hands Crochet. So cheers to Dee. Thank you for joining the membership program, and welcome everyone. Cheers. Yes, Alice, you're here. Hi, hello to Georgetta. Georgetta, I was very happy to hear that you got your prize this week. Oh yeah, okay, so that's another thing that I wanted to address. Good that I just remembered. I actually wanted to talk about it last week. If you win anything on my channel and you email me to claim your prize, my mind is at 1,000 different places these days. So if I didn't reply to you, that does not mean that I didn't get your email. But if you are worried that I may have not gotten your email, just nudge me and ask, did you get my email? Most of the time I get your emails, I send out the prizes and I forget to write you that I sent them, but then you will suddenly get them in the mail. But if you are worried that I didn't see the email, or if you're worried that it went in another folder, you can nudge me, write me an email and say, hey, did you get my email? And then I will, look back and see if I got it or not, or if I already mailed out your prize or not. And if you want anything on my channel, emailed me and I answered and I emailed and I mailed out your prize, there is no need to keep letting me know if you got it or not. Once it's in the mail, I have no control over it whatsoever. The mail system does. So once I go to the post office and put in the package, the time that it gets it to get from where I live to your country is absolutely in no way up to me. I have no control over it. Also, most of the packages I send out without not premium shipping, so regular mail, so that whoever gets them won't have to pay extra taxes and duties once it gets to their country. I do this for your benefit because a lot of the prizes that I send out are prizes that have worth that you might need to pay taxes on, and in order to avoid that, I send them with regular mail. So they might take longer to arrive, especially if your country has some kind of special, COVID regulations on the post, and so on. So there's really no need to write me once a week if your prize arrived or not. Once I shipped it, I have nothing else to do. You can, which will be very nice, let me know once it does arrive and tell me, hey, I did get it, it arrived. And you are more than welcome to post pictures on the Facebook group or on your Instagram and tag me and say, this is the prize that I got from Reggie. But I mean, once the prize is in the mail, I really have no control over how long it takes for it to arrive to you guys. Okay, so that's just something I wanted to say because I have been getting a lot of emails from people who say that they won on this or they won on that and their prize still didn't arrive. If it was shipped from me, it's already on the way. I don't have any prizes sitting around here waiting to be shipped. So if you won anything that is shipped directly from me, it's already on the way to you. If you won anything that has been donated by some other maker and that still didn't arrive, then I can check with that maker when exactly they send your prize, but none of us has control about how long it takes once it's in the mail actually. All right. Blah, 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 blah. You had to cancel something. Okay. Hi, Debbie. What am I wearing? I am wearing what Imogen was wearing a few weeks ago. I am wearing my Sherwood cape. That is a video tutorial on my channel. Yes, exactly. Catherine beat me to the punch. I am wearing the Sherwood cape. Hi, Sandy. It's good to see you. Oh, love and hugs to you, Dee. Thank you for that. Debbie, you received your yarn box. Yay! Yeah, last time it took 2 weeks. Yeah, it really, I have no control of how slow or fast the mail is. Sometimes it gets there in 2 days and sometimes it takes 3 weeks. And sometimes it takes 3 months, as I think it was Kim that got my card, my Christmas card in Valentine's Day. Okay, I'm sorry. I really am having a hard time keeping up with all the chat. That's good. It's good, you guys, chat in between yourself. Yes, Irene. Oh my God, I've been waiting for you. Look. Irene, I'm not gonna show your address, but you see this? Irene brand. Look at the screen. You see this? I got this last week. It says it came to you and was not picked up. Do you see this? This is your prize. I'm not gonna show your address, but you see, this is what I mailed to you. That's your name over there. And it says, see? Retour. I'm very sorry, Irene. It was shipped. Shipped 1st of November. And then it says on here that they checked in with you on the 3rd of December, and then they sent it back to me. So this is your prize. I have it. Please let me know. Write me an email. Tell me what you want me to do with it. I have no problem sending it to you again, but you gotta check why it came back to me. I'm very sorry, Irene, but it's good that you're here. I wanted to show it last week, but I didn't see you in the chat. So now you know. Your prize was returned to me. It was 2 weeks ago, either last week or the week before that it arrived back to me. Let me know what you want me to do. Email me. My email is in the description box below. Lacey, you also got your your yarn box. Yay, I'm so glad. Hi, Fiona. Year before last, your box took 6 months. Yeah, see? You see? That's what happens. I really, like, things are crazy. Okay, Irene, good. Email me, because as I've shown you, I mean, those pink stickers are from the mail, and not from the German mail. So it definitely arrived in your country, and then something went wrong. So email me, let me know what we can do, and I will ship it to you again. Hello to everyone coming in. Sounds like your post office. They don't tell you about the package and then they say they failed to deliver. Yeah, that happened to me a few times too. That happened. Hi, Catherine. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so to anyone coming in late, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe down below. And yeah, so the last thing that I have to talk about before we can start talking about today's subject is I posted on Instagram, maybe some of you saw, the spoiler for the February Yarn Club. Some of the people in the chat just said that they already got their boxes, so I figured that it was okay to show this spoiler, and those of you who haven't gotten theirs yet, don't have to look at the spoiler. But there is on Instagram, on my Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can find my Instagram handler down below and follow. I posted a spoiler picture of the February box, and I started shipping the March boxes this week. There are still 2 boxes that are left for grabs, if anyone is interested, but they will only be still available on Etsy today. Tomorrow I'm already going to change the listing to the April listing. Okay, so because I already shipped out all the other boxes, and since there were only 2 left, I said I'm gonna mention it again tonight on Yarniversity. Maybe someone had it in their cart and forgot to check out. Don't forget to use your very special discount code for viewers of my channel. You can find that in the description box below, along with the link to the Etsy shop. But yeah, so if you are, if you were thinking about it, not sure, it's only going to be available, the March edition is only going to be available still today and maybe half of tomorrow until I sit down and change it to the April listing. Lacey saying, the way I usually gauge my shipping is that when I see other receive their stuff from Reggie, I usually get mine 2 weeks later. That makes sense. Thank you, Sandy. Don't be like the post office. Hi, Ashley. Welcome in. And hello to Julie. Hi. Hello to everyone lurking. If you're lurking, you're welcome to say that you're lurking so that we know that you're lurking, but you don't have to. Lurking is acceptable. What am I wearing? This is the Sherwood cape. You can find a video tutorial for it on my channel. It's about a year old, I think, the tutorial now. It was on Imogen a few weeks ago. Everybody liked it a lot, and today I'm wearing it. I like it a lot too, and you know, Imogen has her new dress, so I figured she would let me, you know, borrow it. Hi Jan, welcome in. Or Jan, is it Jan? I'm pretty sure I ask you every time, right? Sorry. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to mention that there are the last 2 boxes of the March edition of the Yarn Club still available. I did tell you guys that the dyer, the featured yarn dyer for this month is Melissa from Crochet in Agreement, and that the yarn for the March edition is 100% wool free. So for all of you who are wary of ordering from, you know, different yarn clubs because you're not sure about the fiber, this month's yarn is 100% plant-based fiber, so you know, just worth mentioning. Okay, hi Sonia. You're working on Reggie inspired soap. Oh, soap and wellness club boxes. Oh my god, Reggie inspired soap and wellness club. Ooh, I want one. By the way, Sonia is also working on really cool buttons for us. Sonia, let me know in the chat if I can say, if I can tell people about them already. Thank you. You're going to make the cape. I so want to see it when it's done. You feel sneaky when you work. It's okay. Everyone who wants to lurk can lurk. We accept lurkers here. Okay, so we welcomed our new member. Is she here already? These creative hands crochet. When she comes in, everyone, we will cheer for her again. And I mentioned the 2 boxes that are still available for March, and I did mention that tomorrow I'm going to change the listing to April. So for those of you who were, you know, who likes to get the box every month, there are already quite a few of you who gotten January, February, and March. So for those of you who like to get the monthly boxes, sometime during tomorrow, the listing for April will be up. Soap with alcohol is totally me. Go ahead. Okay, so Sonia is actually working on some really cool pins, you know, button pins, and some of them are Yarniversity inspired, and Alice, one of them says, "Will it sag?" So I'm gonna get like a ton of them so that I can, you know, give them at giveaways and stuff like that. But yeah, Sonia is working on some Will It Sag buttons for us. I'm so excited. I'm gonna put them on everything. Hi, hello to everyone. Wow, I'm just coming in. Krista, okay, I will remember that from now on. Yes, everyone, please don't forget to give the thumbs up. Hi Mary, hello. Okay, hello to everyone. If I greet everyone, we'll be here until tomorrow. Plastic free buttons. Yes, I forgot to mention that. Sorry, they are plastic free buttons. Thank you, Catherine. Catherine just posted the video link to the Sherwood cape. That's what I'm wearing. Look, wait. Do I look like Maid Marian? Is this what you imagine she would look like? All right, so you need a Will It Sag, but I think we all need Will It Sag buttons, right? So Sonia, you will definitely have a lot of demand once they are ready. Hi, Kim. Hello. Where can you get the sock belt? Sonia will let us know once they are available. And ooh, we have a new member. Welcome, Alice. Cheers. Oh, Alice gets two cheers, right? Because it's Alice. Yay, Alice, I'm so excited. I hope we will see you on the 22nd on our members only live. I would definitely not mind the wine, so I definitely sex. I look like an elf? Oh, thank you. Thanks. This dress is actually currently in testing process. I'm really hoping to release the pattern in April. My testers are sending some wonderful pictures so far, so I'm pretty confident. Yay! Cheers to Alice, right? Make me drink. All right, so I am pretty much done with all the different things that I had to tell you guys today. We can pretty much start class. So one thing that I did want to mention is after a long break of me not being lazy, just being very busy with a lot of other things, I actually managed to write today's Yarniversity topic into the blog. So if at any point, you know, you need to leave or you came in late, you missed a part and you don't want to watch it on the video, or you're, as I've said, just tired of hearing my voice, you can always just click on the link in the description box below and read today's topic in the blog. Wine soap, yeah. Right? It's like those, you know, like I used to have a chocolate soap, and every time I used to use it in the shower, I would get hungry. So it's the same effect, right? Oh, super chat! Ah, cheers to Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. Cheers. Oh, I so appreciate it. Debbie says, thanks for all your channel provides. Aw, thank you for being here. It wouldn't be a channel without all of you. The first buttons, okay, Sonia is giving us the update. So she says the first buttons will go into production next week. She doesn't want to take over the chat, but they are metal based with glass covers, all handmade. And she will let me know once she puts them for sale online. So yes, Sonia, definitely. A lot of customers waiting here. Yes, wine soaps, definitely. You know, check out Sauerland Seifen. I have a whole video about her business in my channel, and check out her shop. There she is. Hello, Ursula. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ursula. Happy birthday to you. And cheers. I think it's time for a refill. Yes, chocolate with coconut. Ooh, nice. You don't have to pay me for promotion, but everyone has to go watch that video and check out your shop because she has amazing stuff. And I mean, if you look behind me, if you look closely behind me, yeah, because I have a lot of yarns in those cupboards, but I love to put soaps in the cupboards to make them smell good. So there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. and they are all Sauerlandseifen. Yes, and many more. I can sing happy birthday in 3 different languages, but I'm not gonna do it now. But happy birthday, Ursula. I hope you celebrate it well. Okay, so now that everyone's here and everyone hit the like button, I hope, and everyone is subscribed. I'm not taking any song requests at this time, Ashley. Hi, Madonna. Oh, I love Madonna. I almost missed you there. Okay, so, but now that everyone's here and we sang happy birthday and we greeted our new member and we talked about the yarn club and we talked about Willet Sag buttons, now we can actually start talking about crochet magazines. That's what we're here for, right? Or that's at least the excuse. That's what we tell ourselves. So today we are going to talk about choosing a crochet magazine subscription. I've been, for a while now, I've been looking into that. I really wanted to get one subscription. I get a lot of magazines. I'll show you in a bit. But normally, like, I would buy one issue, or I will find one at the at the newsstand or the post office or whatever. You just noticed the hat. This one. Oh, that's complicated. What was the name of that yarn? Filati di Cosa is the company, and I don't remember the name of the yarn, but it was like crazy yarn. You guys know I love working with crazy yarns. It's some kind of novelty yarn. Yeah. You can see better pictures of it on Instagram. It's really cool. It's I loved working with that yarn. Okay, so for a while now I've been looking to get, some kind of subscription, choose one magazine, but for me it's really hard because I do like all of them. Each of them has something different, something that's unique to them. So I really wanted to, share with you the point that I went through when I did my research and how I narrowed down the choice to choose which magazine I want to get, because it's really important, that you get one that you're actually happy with. Some of them you have to pay in advance for the whole year. It's kind of a bummer if you do it and you don't like the magazine. So we're gonna go over a few tips that I have, or a few things that I think that you should take into consideration when choosing, and hopefully will help you narrow down the list of the passable crochet magazine subscriptions. And at the end, we will talk about a few specific options that are out there, and I'll tell you what I think about them. What yarn did you use for the dress? That one is Yarn Art Rose Garden. Ursula is saying she loves giving digital crochet magazines as a prize because it's like the gift that keeps. Yes, I agree. Digital are very, very common these days. Not everybody likes the digital. We will talk about that in a second too. But yeah, that's a really, really great prize idea. Digital magazines, definitely. And it's something that you can, like, someone. You don't have to ship it to anyone. So for us, as international YouTubers, it's a really cool idea, actually. Yeah. Okay, so I dove, into the endless pool of possibilities out there for different crochet magazines. Just so you know, I read crochet in UK and US terms. I prefer US terms, but I can read both. I learned to crochet in US terms. So when I learned how to read crochet patterns, I learned in US terms. So if I have a pattern, a written pattern in words that is in a different language, like if I get a written pattern in German, I can't for the life of me understand the pattern because I don't know what the stitches are called in other languages. Same with Hebrew. So like I have no idea. I tried to watch a Hebrew crochet tutorial once, and I ended up like turning off the volume and just looking at what she does to understand what she's doing, because like she said the names of the stitches, but it was like white noise to me. I couldn't understand a word. So yeah, so when I'm talking about crochet magazines in English today. Some of them will be in UK terms and some of them will be in US terms, and that's something we'll talk about as well, but they're all in English. Once you add other languages to the equation, you get an even bigger pool of options. Your husband got you a magazine subscription for Christmas. Oh, that's really nice. Hey, Gracie, welcome in. Yes, so we are talking about crochet magazines that are in English, either UK terms or US terms. Those were the ones that I started with. However, when I like most of today's class will be tips and ideas of how to narrow down your options. So of course the tips and the ideas can be used no matter what kind of language you're talking about. But in the end, after I'll give you all of the, all the things that I think that you should consider when choosing a specific subscription, I will also talk about specific magazines that I looked into, and those are all in English. Yes, right? The Dutch terms make no sense. I agree. I have here, I will show you later, I do have one magazine in German that I got by mistake because all the titles were in English, so I thought it was in English, and after I bought it and I opened it, I figured that inside everything was in German. Silly me, thinking that if I buy a magazine in German, it might actually be in English. In Germany, it might actually be in English. But it turned out to be a false hope. On the cover, everything was in English, and inside everything was in German. Terrible. But yeah, so I only read in it, like terms in Dutch, in German, in Hebrew, like every other language that I talk. I don't talk crochet in that language. Oh yeah, Angela, there are a lot of places where you can get the conversion between US and UK terms, which is why it's easy to read those two. But like I wouldn't understand, even though I talk Hebrew, I wouldn't understand a Hebrew written crochet pattern. Annika is saying, one problem about buying magazines in the shop, because they are in the plastic, you can't look inside. Yes, that is correct. They would only have to include a sheet with photos of the... some of them do. Some of them have on the back part. In the past few years, some of them started putting like what's inside. Thank you, Mare. Hi, Jeanette. Hello to everyone coming in. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Yes, so we are talking about, so in the end of today, when I will talk about specific magazines, they are all magazines in English. But the tips of how to narrow down the search is good for whatever language you are looking in. So it has been a very interesting topic to research. I learned a lot about how crochet magazines work. I learned a lot about crochet journalism. Apparently there are I did know from the magazines that I did look into, there are a lot of like how-to articles and tutorials sometimes inside, something to teach you a new method or something like that. And sometimes there might be like a spotlight on a specific designer or like a new yarn that came out. But I had no idea that there are so many crochet magazines that actually feature full-length articles. you know, talking about a specific business or about a specific designer, an interview with someone, someone's journey in crochet, you know, things like that, that I did not think that actually, you know, it kind of like an actual newspaper. So I had no idea that's like a big thing. I thought it was always like a small piece or like a blurb in the magazine, but some of them actually feature full-length articles, which is very interesting. Chris is saying most magazines printed in the US are not in plastic, so you can flip through them. Oh, so maybe I think that's a European thing that they wrap them in plastic in the shops. I think they don't want you to like stand there and read it and then not buy it. Hi Anita, I was actually just thinking about you today. Sorry to hear that you've been having a difficult time, but thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Kelly says if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can borrow crochet magazines. Oh, that's a good tip. I had no idea because I don't Kindle, but okay. Thank you for that. For those of you who do, that's a useful tip. So now, you know, that I gained all this knowledge about the world of crochet magazines, how they work, what each of them features and everything, I wanted to share with you my ideas of how to narrow down the list and get to the one actual subscription that is the best for you. But before we start today's class, which is not a very long class, I gotta say, this is not a very big topic. But before we start, I do want to ask you guys here in the chat if you've ever been subscribed to a crochet or any kind of other yarny magazine, maybe a knitting magazine, and if yes, which one? Okay, so while you answer, I will try to catch up with the comments. Hey, Jamie, hello. Oh, you went back to your full YouTube name. Hi. Often the UK magazines have freebies. Yes, that is true. A lot of the UK magazines come with little freebies inside, and then they're wrapped in plastic to keep them together. That is correct, yes. Ursula is saying here in South Africa, they put the magazines also in plastic. I think it's also so that the extra bits, I think putting something like extra with the magazine, but here in Germany, they also wrap the ones that don't have stuff inside. Angela is saying in the UK it's only wrapped in plastic if there's like something inside, like a mini magazine or some tidbits that come with it. What is Libby and Hoopla? I'm sorry, I feel completely clueless here. Are those like apps? You have never had a magazine subscription. European crochet magazines tend to have extras. Yes, that is correct. That's what we just said. You've bought books that someone tore out a page of directions. Oh no. Okay, so Ursula is saying she's been subscribed to Simply Knitting and Simply Crochet, and also Crochet Today and Inside Crochet. Wow, all of them at the same time, or do you like they'll change every year something else? Catherine is subscribed to Crochet Magazine. Harriet has Crochet World. Divergent Crafter said she has Crochet World because she couldn't turn down 2 years for $24. Wow, that's a really good deal. Angela saying Inside Crochet. Doris is like me, she picks up one here and there. Verna never had one. Alice says she actually can't remember the last time she bought a physical magazine. Yarn Buff is saying she used to subscribe to several crochet magazines long before the internet, still have some of them. Terry subscribed to many different ones. Crochet World, Debbie had Crochet World, and a few knitting magazines. She likes the physical magazines, not the digital ones. And Harriet says she preferred actual physical magazines as well. Annika said he took 6 issues, a 6-issue subscription of Simply Crochet. I think had the biggest variety of projects and no knitting. Fiona said she subscribed to Simply Crochet and she thinks of changing it to Inside Crochet. Orsa saying Crochet Magazine was also a crochet magazine that no longer exists. Great patterns and doily pattern. Yeah, there are quite a lot of them that stopped in the past few years. I have some that I have them, but they don't have any new issues anymore. Okay, my chat just jumped. I'm sorry if I missed your comments. Catherine is saying she likes going through the magazines at the bookstore, and if she really likes a pattern, she gets the magazine. Kim is subscribed to Piecework magazine. Your nerd interests are aligned. It has archaeology, anthropology, history, and textile arts. Wow, very interesting. Carrie also got a great deal on crochet magazines. Sonia says the title reminds me of Terry Pratchett's Wars of Pins. Okay, Kim is saying Libby and Hoopla are apps that you use for your library card. Oh, okay. So that's something we don't have access to. You change your YouTube name to Jamie Naughty Sociopath. Okay. Oh, you also have Crochet Foundry. Someone told me that they stopped their physical issues. Couldn't find where or if you can get physical issues of them anymore. Yes, Crochet Today was also discontinued. That is correct. Judy says, I only did 1 year of Crochet magazine, then cancelled. Had a lot of subscriptions to Cross Stitch magazine when you were active in that craft. Okay. So Chris is saying she joined Happily Hooked magazine. Don't know what other magazines are good. Oh, you have Happily Hooked is the digital one, and you also get the extra patterns, right? The pattern packed. All right, so very interesting. We have a lot of different options, a lot of different magazines that people are subscribed to, and a lot of people who are not subscribed to any. So let's talk about tips and tricks of how to narrow down your search. Now these are, my ideas or how I narrowed down the search. Of course, after I only have like 4 points that I think you should consider when deciding which one to subscribe to. Those 4 points helped me narrow down my search, and I thought I would share them with you to help you narrow down your search if you're searching. But those of you who are subscribed to different magazines, after we go over my 4, we can open a discussion about things that you think people, as subscribers who already get some subscriptions, maybe you can share with us things from your experience that we should think about as well. Alice is saying the only problem she has with magazines is filtering out the ones which are 99% advertising. Actually, from the ones I came across, there were not that many advertisements. My chat froze. It's not going. It's going here. Kim is saying, I also have a hardcore addiction to vintage crochet magazines. Oh, I have a ton of these. I have a whole box. It's standing right there, but I'm not gonna. I showed it once when I did a What's on a Hook episode. Oh, now my chat is okay. Now my chat is moving again on my screen. I missed 3 comments, I think. Okay, so I have, like, I showed it once on my What's on the Hook, when I used to do my What's on the Hook lives and show, like, every once in a while I would show things that I'm working on, and I got a box full of, like, those vintage magazines standing right there. Crochet and Knitting magazines have 25% or less crochet patterns every time. So why I put the word crochet first? The crochet patterns are also basic and mundane, not like knitting patterns. I think it really depends on what magazines you get. Question, Reggie, just because you're pretty, it's repeatable. Going to assume you're on Instagram and to receive the... I have no idea what you're talking about. I did not get any message. But I do want to say, you know, my channel is a drama-free channel. Whatever you guys have going on, you know, keep it within yourselves. And my chat froze again. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my chat, but I'm just gonna, you know, talk. So, we are going to talk about my first point, my first piece that I wanted to share with you. So I think now my chat jumped all at once. Okay, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna like read the comments after I talk. Okay, like I used to do. So the very first thing that I think you should consider when choosing a crochet magazine subscription is if you want the printed magazine or the digital one. You guys, you know, you all said that in the chat. Some of you said that you prefer to get the digital one. Some of you said that you prefer to get the physical one. If you do prefer to get one over the other, I would love it if you share with us in the chat why you prefer that. So why would you prefer the digital, or why would you prefer the physical? That would be an interesting topic to see what people say. Yes, Kim, that's a very good idea. Please do that. I would really be interested in hearing about some different vintage magazines. Yes, definitely do that. Okay, so Ursula is saying she loves paper, but the problem is storage. So she loves to get the physical one, but yes, they take space, right? We are all living in the digital age. So probably the first thing that you need to decide is, do you want to actually get a magazine, a physical magazine delivered to your doorstep, or do you want to get it sent into your email inbox? Some people preferred the hard copy, and some people prefer the digital, you know. Some of us like to actual flip through, you know, fold corners where we want to mark something, display them on our coffee table, our shelves, you know, and so on. Or some other reason, I don't know, we will see in the chat in a little bit. And some other people prefer to have the digital version. You can view it on each one of your devices. You can access it from each one of your devices. You can pretty much, you know, carry your tablet with you anywhere you go, which is a little bit maybe easier to have it on a device that we take with us anyway, and not extra carrying the magazine with us. Also the digital version, sometimes a lot of the magazines in the digital version will have different interactive content that you don't get, you know, with the printed version. But the question is, do you like that kind of thing? Is that, you know, which one of the two does it for you? Which one would you prefer? And whichever you prefer will pretty much reflect on the rest of the points that we are going to talk about. You prefer, okay, so we have prefer the digital. Some people prefer the physical. Yarn Buffy saying prefer the physical over the digital. And Kelly is saying she likes the digital because she can just print whatever she likes and not worrying about storing the magazines. Carrie is saying she likes the physical so she doesn't have to print. So one of us likes to print, the other one doesn't. See, that's it's a big point to think about, and I think it's the first thing you need to think about, because some of the magazines are only offered in one of the two options. You think digital copies can disappear? Yeah, that's another disadvantage in the digital world. Things also get lost way more. Sally prefers the physical magazine. She likes to have it in her hands, and after you have them for a while, you will rip out the patterns that you want to keep. Amy prefers digital so she can zoom in on things. That is a good point too. I zoom in a lot on patterns when you have a picture or a chart and so on. So yeah, that is a good point too. Catherine prefers paper, but like Ursula say, storage is a problem. Yes. Of course, less paper is friendlier to the environment. That is something to think about. I mean, at least that's something I think about. Jessie says she prefers the digital for long-term storage because it can be stored easily, and digital allows to zoom in. And she says she can have it on multiple devices and read out loud. Yes, I definitely agree with that. Oh man, my chat keeps freezing and then jumping all at once. So I now got like 20 comments all over. Fiona says she prefers the physical version because she likes flicking through the pages. And she also cuts out patterns. Yeah, these are all things you have to consider. You know, it's very obvious. There are things that you can do with the physical copies that you cannot do with the digital, and vice versa, right? So each of them has their own pros and their own cons. With a digital version, you will sometimes have the interactive features, or you can zoom in and everything, but it might not be suited for people who can't look at screens for a long time. Some people get headaches from computer screens or different digital devices and so on. Also, like we said, digital data is very prone to being lost, disappearing, being affected by different viruses and so on. And it's kind of a bummer if you paid for a digital subscription and lost all your data, right? Like everything you paid for. Jessie saying about 5 years ago she purchased digital versions of the magazines, collected over the years, and then she can add tags to the digital version so she can find it more easily. Oh, that's very smart. So it's like a digital storage system. I like that. The downside of digital is that you won't come across a box of vintage magazines in your attic. That is true. That is true. You will not come across a box of vintage digital magazines. You have 3 magazine subscriptions, 2 print, 1 digital. Only made one thing out of the 50 issues. So the question is it even, do you even need it, right? Jamie saying she buys physical magazines, and if there is more than a couple good patterns, she has it spiral bound. I don't have a cat. Jana says she can print from the digital devices, so she thinks the digital is better. You can, if you want it printed, you can print it. If not, you can have it in the digital. Okay, so we have a lot of pros and cons, right? Each of us prefers something else, so it's really a question of preferences, and this is something you have to decide. So when looking for a subscription, the first thing that I think that you need to consider is, do I want the actual physical thing in my hand every month, or do I want it sent to my inbox? The decision that you make will pretty much narrow down your list, because some of the magazines offer both options, but some only offer one. So some of the magazines are only digital magazines, and some of the magazines are only physical magazines. And then, the decision that you make will clear out the ones that only offer the one option that is not the option you want. And then you will be left with the ones that only offer the option you want, or ones that offer both. But it will already narrow down the pool. So I think that is the first thing you need to think about. Your digital device is an e-reader. Okay. Bobby says she does not subscribe to magazines just to find stuff to make, but to enjoy seeing what others have made. Yes, that is another good point, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. Doris is saying another problem with digital magazines or electronic anything. As years go on, technology changes, and you might not be able to open up that document. I have not had that problem yet, but thinking ahead, it's always good. All right, so we have a lot of opinions for here and for there, and we understand that choosing whether it's a digital subscription that we want or a physical will definitely make a big change in our list, narrow it down quite a bit. Good. So that was the first point. Already shows us that even here in between ourselves, in between 90 people in it. Oh my God, we have 90 people here. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe down below. And thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. But oh my God, 90 people. Okay. So I'm getting excited. Yeah, so that will definitely narrow down your list. And I love seeing how so many different, opinions, even here in between us here in the chat, how many people prefer to have an actual physical thing and how many people prefer an actual digital thing, and also the reasons of why are so different, So it's a very interesting discussion, I feel. For me, I'm already learning a lot from you guys, so it's very interesting. Hello, Surikata Crafts. I love the name. Hi, welcome in. Jessie saying she stresses that backing up data is the best thing to do. She keeps one backup on external hard drive and one backup in the cloud. Yes, I back up everything to the cloud. They only download what you're actively working on. That is a very good trick or a very good tip for those of you using the digital versions. Yes, right, Fiona. There are some of the magazines do, as we said in the beginning, the ones wrapped in plastic come with little free gifts or little bits that you get with the actual physical magazine, that when you get the digital one you don't get those little extras. That is correct, and I do like my extras. Hi Crystal, welcome in. All right, so to everyone coming in, hi, I'm Reggie. This is Yarniversity. We're talking about choosing a crochet magazine subscription. We just finished talking about the first point, which is, do you prefer a physical magazine or a digital, and why? So we saw that there are opinions to here and there. Some people like or dislike one of the two for a certain reason. So yes, deciding if you want a printed magazine or a digital one is the first decision that you need to make. And as I've said, if you came in late, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe down below. We very much appreciate you being here today. And before I continue to point number 2, let's talk about today's giveaway. So if you're new here, this is how it works. Once the today's live, we are now live. If you're here live, you might be watching it on replay, but we are now live. So once the live is finished, is over, then you can come back to this video. This live will be uploaded as a video onto the channel, and then you can come back and leave a comment down below. You cannot do it now because if you are here with us live, whatever you're writing right now will go in the chat and will not count. So you have to wait until the live is finished, come back to this video, and leave a comment down below. And today I want you to tell me in the comments if you if today's live helped you to narrow down the choices, and if yes, please tell me what magazine you chose to subscribe to in the end. And for today's prize, we have this. It's Baby Crochet. It has 60 patterns in there. You can see some of them in here. It's a really, really nice pattern. It's not a magazine because it's not like, you know, it's not a something that comes up every month. It's like, it's not a magazine. It's not a book. It's a, I don't know, a pattern collection of baby crochet items. And this will be today's giveaway. So if you want to win this one with all those little cute, very, very cute patterns inside, I'll show you some of the ones that I really liked. Then you come back to the video once it goes into replay, and you comment down below and you tell me if today's live helped you narrow down the choices and which magazine, if you were looking for a crochet magazine, which one did you choose after watching the live. And where is that pattern? There was one that I really, really liked. Oh, there's the, this is the one that was on the cover. Isn't he cute? But that's not the one I wanted to show. There was one I really wanted to, the one I really, really liked, but I don't remember if it was in the beginning of the, I made these for my kids. Oh. See those dinos? Wait. See the dinos? You have the Triceratops, the Brachiosaurus, and the Stegosaurus, and I really like them. They're really cute. My kids like them too. Where is it? There. Look! Isn't that adorable? Look at that cardigan. It's so cute! And she's adorable. I don't have girls, but now I have a niece, so I make stuff for her. So all you gotta do is come back to the video, comment down below with the answer to the question that I just asked, and next week on Yarniversity, we will choose a winner out of the comments, okay? High quality glossy page pattern collection, yes. Lacey saying the only crochet magazine she has ever had is she actually won on one of my giveaways. She loves it, and she wants to have a subscription ever since. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Right? Very cute. I love. There's so many. There are very cute things to crochet for boys too. Don't get me wrong. I crochet for my boys all the time. Those of you who are, those of you who are friends with me on Facebook or who like follow me on Instagram, you've seen tons of pictures of my boys wearing crochet. I just think that like I really love crocheting dresses and stuff, and so now my niece is benefiting from that. Yes. Ursula is saying, "Aw, you're a great role model for any girl. Just take me, this girl." Aw, Ursula, you're making me blush. And I didn't put on makeup today, so you'll all see that I'm blushing. Thank you. I'm really bad at taking compliments, but thank you so much. The little cardigan is adorable, right? All right, so now we are going to move on to point number 2. Yes, maybe I will get a grandkid one day. Maybe she will be a girl and I'll make a ton of stuff for her. All right. So point number 2, or criteria. How do you say? Oh man, the word is like standing right there. So what I think is the second thing you need to consider when you choose a magazine subscription is what publishing frequency do you want? Thank you, Ashley. So what publishing frequency do you want? Different magazines offer different publishing frequency. There's, of course, you know, the monthly magazine subscription. That's one of the more common ones. Then there's the bi-monthly ones that you get every other month. And then there are what they call seasonal magazines, which are either quarterly or they come twice a year. So one in spring, summer, and one for fall, winter. So there's like 4 different options, right? Like monthly, bi-monthly, and then what we call seasonal, which is quarterly and twice a year. Once every 6 months. Is that correct? I don't know how to say that. So those are like the common options out there. Now, normally the monthly and the bi-monthly magazines, they will have more what I like to call fluff. Now, I don't want anyone to think that I am downsizing the other stuff, but I mean other things that are not patterns. Okay, so everything that's not patterns, but different pieces to fill up the magazine. Chris, it's a conversation you'll have to have with my husband. I will have another baby in a second, in a heartbeat. My husband does not want another one. Kim is saying that Crochet Foundry is a quarterly magazine. Sometimes running out of English even happens to native English speakers, says Alice. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Christy. That sucks when you find one that you like and it goes out of business. Lacey's saying she's needy. She wants the monthly one. She wants to have one every month. Yes, right? So, I mean, I call those extra stuff the fluff. Yeah, the things that are added to the magazine, so it will not just be pattern after pattern, you know, those like commercial breaks in between the patterns. Fluff pieces are mainly different, you know, how-to style tutorials with a lot of pictures of how to do a certain stitch or a certain method. There are different interviews with designers, with people who have like a yarn business of some kind, you know, yarn dyers, or I saw an interview about someone who has an alpaca farm, which is interesting. I'm not saying they are not interesting. I'm just saying they are like they are most of the time not the focus of the magazine, because the magazine mostly focuses on the trends of crochet, of the different new patterns and the new trends for the season. And then they use those articles to like fill up the pages. And then it's something that they do. It's in there in the magazines. But I personally, again, it's my personal opinion, I think they don't do it as good or put as much effort and depth into it as they do the rest of the magazine. So the fluff pieces, yeah, to get to those something over something pages, right? So in a monthly or bi-monthly magazines, you will have more of these because they come out every month and they need to fill up the pages. It's very hard to fill up the pages with, you know, the hard stuff. So you add those fluff pieces, you know, blurbs about new yarns that are coming out, different accessories, like a review of a new, I don't know, hook or whatever, talking about something that some yarn company came up with or whatever, this kind of stuff. So the everything else, okay? So the monthly and the bi-monthly magazines will have more of that, while the seasonal magazines often include more patterns and less of the everything else. So seasonal magazines will mostly have patterns with the trends of the seasons, the color of the seasons, and so on. And then they will have maybe one long article and then one interview or one blurb or something like that. Jana is saying she's not really thought about the frequency, but considering it, she's not a monthly subscription one, and have yet to make anything. Sorry, she's on a monthly subscription one and yet to make anything in there. Probably bi-monthly or quarterly would be better. Ursula is saying, no, sorry, Chris is saying to Ursula, okay, Kim is saying one of the most amazing things in vintage crochet magazines is the ads. So look at what was in the ads back then. That's interesting. It's like a history buff. Hi Rose, yours truly by Rose. She says I'm a member of Happily Hooked magazine. It's all online. Yes, that is correct. Catherine is saying she likes the ads, always looking for new stores and designers. Yes, it's not, again, I'm not like saying you don't need those. I'm saying that a lot of times they are not as thought through and not as much work put into them as the rest of the patterns and the trends pages of the magazine. I don't know why. I have a feeling like that the editors of the magazine say, yeah, let's write this, but like most of the people buy it because like when they look at the magazine, they will flip it to see what patterns are in there, and they're like, oh yeah, I would make that, I would make that, I would make that, and then they decide if they want to buy it or not. They don't see a picture of the designer of the cover and say, oh, I wonder what she designed, so that's I think that's what I meant. Ursula is saying she loves the articles in crochet magazines, reading about trends and designers and their journeys on how they became designers or hand dyers. You read every page of the magazine. Yeah, I read every page of the magazine as well, which is why I think that I like, personally, again, I'm not talking for or against any one of these. I'm just saying, for me, I would prefer ones that actually like do the articles like deep dive, actually, research, really good interview, long interview, not like half a page interview to fill up what's left after that pattern that took a page and a half, But again, that is, that's some of the difference between the different magazines. There probably is crochet in Madman. Annika saying, as interesting as it is to find out about new yarns and books that have been published, you'd prefer not to have those pieces. They just create a need you didn't know you had. Yeah. Francie actually likes the yarn ads. She often just study what yarn they use for the projects. Yes, that I like that. They always say, like, they have the picture of the pattern and they would say what yarn they used. Jesse's saying in a monthly publication, the deadlines are probably tighter and there's more ads because they have more overhead because of printing. Yes, of course. So yes, the monthly and bi-monthly ones will have more of these pieces and we'll have more of the ads, and they will be page fillers. While the ones that comes, the quarterly ones, or the ones that comes, the seasonal ones, what we call, will have less of the everything else. You can sometimes see a real difference in the actual number of pages. When I see sometimes, I mean always. The monthly issues are lighter in weight. I mean, they are smaller, while think you can see a big difference here. Can you see? So this is a quarterly magazine and this is a monthly magazine, and you can clearly see when I hold them like this, one of them is like literally the twice the size of the other one. So yeah, so the monthly ones and the bi-monthly ones, they will be lighter in weight. They will have less page count. So when you're looking for a subscription, a lot of the websites, when you order your subscription online, a lot of the websites will actually tell you the number of pages in each issue. Specifically, you know, the monthly ones, it will say you will get 6 or 7 patterns in a 67 page issue, you know, things like that, so you can actually know how much is in there. So you can like really see a difference in the size, in the how big, how much is in there. Alice is saying what she also likes about the digital magazines is that, you know, they won't sag. Cheers. The mag won't sag. The mag that won't sag. I make myself laugh. At least I make myself laugh. That's, you know, something. Yeah. All right. So, what publishing frequency do you want is definitely something to consider. Are you the person that needs a magazine once a month, or do you prefer the seasonal ones? Another you know, thing in that, to that point, is trend of the seasons and things like that. What exactly are you hoping to get out of your magazine is also something that affects the publishing frequency. Some people here have said they are getting the monthly or bi-monthly but have yet to have made anything out of it. So the question is, are you getting the magazines for the patterns to actually be able to make something out of it? And are you the kind of person that already has a year-long list of things they want to make? So will you actually end up doing something with a publication that comes once a month or not? Hi Kina, welcome in. Tracy saying sorry she has to go. Thank you very much for being here. I highly appreciate it. Don't forget to come back to the replay, to comment down below to enter into a giveaway. Lori saying, you know what? I'm a total liar. I've actually made several things from the digital magazine now that I think about it. I think I forgot that's where they came from since I have printed the pattern. Oh, see? So you actually did use it. That's good. So maybe, but now the question is, did you make more patterns out of the digital one or out of the printed one? Your jokes have sagged. Hi Emily, welcome in. Doris enjoyed the special edition ones. It comes like special, you know, like a Christmas edition, fall edition. Is that what you mean? You love getting mail, so the monthly subscription gets you excited. But you also want the quality and the quantity. Yeah, see, that's but in that, to that point, I think the quarterly and the so the seasonal ones will be better because you will still get excited when they come. You might even get more excited because they don't come every month. They only come this you know, 4 or 2 times a year. And they have the quantity and the quality, right? Sonia is saying, being someone who crochets very slow and have very limited free time, she would go with a quarterly, since she would have more time to try patterns or read the articles, and there wouldn't be a big backlog. Yes, see, See, that's something to consider. Kelly likes the magazines for crochet ideas. Yes, that is something we'll talk about too. What exactly do you want out of your magazine? Jamie prefers quality over quantity in the magazine. And Catherine saying the point of getting the magazine really isn't the making of the patterns, if you are honest. Well, that is what I'm saying. That's something you need to know. All right. So point number 3, coming to point number 3. Point number 3 is normally when we talk about other things, those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that normally point number 3 will be my point number 1. That will normally be the first thing that I look at. But when coming to choosing a magazine subscription, point number 3 is affected by point number 1 and 2 that we just talked about. So you can't really actually discuss it before you decide about 1 and 2. That's why in this case, it will be point number 3. Yes, buying and using is 2 different hobbies and everything that comes to yarn and crochet. That is correct. Akina is saying she has a monthly and bi-monthly subscription, needs ideas throughout the year so she can make ahead of time for Christmas. Ah, see, that's another point. Okay, so point number 3 is what is the price range? And as I've said, the price range is really affected by is it a digital or a physical subscription, and how often do you get it? Of course, these 2 things affect the price. So if you would choose what is your price range first, that would kind of like affect what exactly you can get, and you might like what you want might not fall inside that price range. So I think that first you need to understand if you want a digital or a physical, and how often do you want to get it, and then you can factor in how much you're willing to pay in order to get that which you want to get. So the price range is point number 3 in this case. I think the price you're willing to pay is always a key when choosing a subscription to anything. But like I said, here it cannot be the first thing you decide. Digital subscriptions are a lot cheaper because, you know, there's not the use of paper, there's no printing, there's no shipping costs, and so on. And of course, when you get monthly subscriptions, you pay more than if you only get 4 or 2 issues a year. So that's, you know, we can all understand that a monthly subscription that comes to your door will probably be the more expensive option, while digital will be cheaper, and definitely, you know, digital quarterly will be way cheaper. Yes. I think that when you decide a price range, we are not talking about like how much does it cost. We are talking price per issue. The way you calculate price per issue is, well, unless you pay every month, you know, if you get a monthly subscription and you pay for it every month, then you know what's the price per issue. But sometimes yearly subscriptions, you pay once in the year, you only pay once, and then, you know, you get the subscription throughout the year. So calculate price per issue. How many issues do you get in the year? How much is the overall price that you pay? Divide, and then, you know, you get, it's a very easy equation. You don't need to, you know, be a math buff to figure that out. But we talk in price per issue, right? So you need to figure out what's the price per issue, and then, you know, decide, does that fall within your price range, right? If the subscription charges you at the beginning of the year for the entire year, then you calculate this way. Sometimes the price per issue differs if you do like a payment program or something like that. And some magazines, some seasonal magazines, you know, the ones that come 4 times or 2 times a year, bill you, you know, the month before or something like that. So you will be billed the month before you get the magazine. And so this all, you know, everyone, we all have our own financial factors, right? We all calculate things differently. But this is how you figure out value for money, right? The price per issue, after you calculated it, how much do you pay price per issue? Does it worth the value of what you get, right? Value for money. Let's say it's just, you know, just a top of my head example. Let's say we came down to $5 an issue, and each issue has at least 7 patterns in there and some other, you know, how to and new stitch a month or whatever like that tutorial in there and stuff. Do I think that the $5 a month worth that? And that's how I figure out, is this magazine is the value for money that I'm looking for. Ashley said, now if only furls would stop releasing beautiful hooks. Oh, I don't have that problem because I don't like furls. One thing that helps to decide which magazines you like is watch Open With Me videos. Yes, exactly. If you don't know what's in the magazine exactly, you can figure it out by taking a look at the website. A lot of websites do show past issues, not the entire issue because they will make you buy it, but you can like flip through a few pages in previous issues. And there are quite a lot of videos on YouTube of different YouTubers that get different magazines, and they will flip through it and show you what's inside. By the way, if you are a YouTuber and you do that, you gotta be careful. You're not allowed to show any of the patterns or the written pieces. You're only allowed to show pictures, and even that is very, very on the line, just so you know. Like if you're a YouTuber and you tend to do that, if you don't have an okay from the magazine that they know that you're doing that, you might get in trouble. Yeah, right. Sometimes trends are hard to spot on your own. The subscription is usually cheaper if you buy a year subscription. Yes, that is correct. When you get a monthly or bi-monthly subscription, they will definitely offer you the option of paying it all at once or paying monthly. And normally the paying it all at once option will be cheaper when you calculate price per issue. You use print magazines and inspirational and relaxation, so you consider them all well used even if you don't make anything out of it. Yes, exactly. All right. So, like we said, in terms of price range, figure out price per issue, how much if unless you're, you know, paying per issue and then you know exactly what's the price per issue. But if you're paying like in some kind of a yearly program or so on, one payment, and so figure out what is the price per issue, figure out what is in each issue, and then, you know, value for money. Is the price that I'm paying within the range that I want to pay, and am I getting enough for it that I feel like it's worth the price? Ashley saying, yeah, sometimes even the individual photographer holds right and can take legal action. Yes, exactly. Bobby saying, if any of you have a collection of crochet magazines that you do not want to keep, consider donating to a retirement home. The residents would love to have them. That is a wonderful idea. Thank you, Bobby, for that. Have you seen the hooks that OVW makes? They are glittery, personalized, and beautiful. OVW, is that like a specific maker? Because I have these. I have glittery personalized hooks. I have quite a few of these actually. I didn't open them yet because they just arrived. That's why celebrities can tweet and Instagram pictures of themselves sometimes. Yeah. Chris says she thought she was going to buy Streamline from Furls, but I bought a few Odyssey and they are amazing. Sorry, Furls discussions are like over my head. I don't use Furls. Which solves a lot of my problems because like I don't think that you should pay that much on crochet hooks. But we all, again, financial discussions are subjective. We each decide what is right for us. I mean, I spend hundreds and hundreds of euros on yarn. So, you know, who am I to tell people what hooks to buy? But I personally don't spend that much on hooks. You don't have that many magazines. Alex is saying, I don't have that many magazines as such, but I do have a few vintage booklets. Show us again. We need to learn more about those houses. Which houses? Or hooks? Did you mean hooks? Oh, One Virtuous Woman. Okay, I don't know that one. Lori says, one time I paid $8 for a single pattern and it was so poorly done you couldn't figure out how to do the item. That felt much more wasteful than my magazines. I get it. At least when you buy a magazine, you know that the pattern has been proofed and tested. That is important. Am I a pencil or a knife holder? I'm a knife holder. You love the dress behind me? Thank you. That will be released. I promise. I'm getting to releasing that pattern. Okay, so we talked about digital or physical. We talked about how often do you want to get it, and we talked about the price. And the last thing that I think you should consider when choosing the magazine is what kind of style and what kind of content do you prefer in your magazine. Please show us the hooks again. Okay, I'll do it now before I start talking about this. So these are 3 hooks. This one is in a 5mm. It's glittery and blue. I'm holding it like this so it wouldn't reflect because it's still in the cellophane. And then this one is 3.5mm, which is the hook size that I use the most. I think I have like 20 different 3.5mm hooks, and they are always in use. Like no matter what project I have, I probably use a 3.5mm. No, I use other ones as well, but 3.5 is the one I use the most because, as you all know, fingering weight is my favorite weight of yarn. And this one is a J hook. It's a 6mm. I had to get it because it's J hook, not because I use it that much. So it's a golden one. My chat jumped again. I'm sorry if I am missing people's comments. Lori said she just ordered an OVW hook last night. Ashley saying that Hobby Bingo starts in 25 minutes. Oh, that is for you US folks. We have Hobby Bingo on Tuesdays. You love them. I don't remember the name of the maker, but I can post it on the Facebook group later. I have it on my Etsy. I just don't want to go into Etsy right now while we're live. So I will post a link to her shop on the Facebook group after the live, okay? Those of you who have Amazon Prime with Kindle Unlimited, there are several crochet craft knitting magazines that you can read and return digitally as part of that program. Thank you for that, Jessie. That is very, very good information. Hi, Midge. Welcome in. Everyone who's coming in, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe down below. Yes, they all came with a stitch marker. It's really nice, huh? Marquita is saying she's subscribed to Inside Crochet Digital Magazine and the patterns are gorgeous, but haven't made anything because it's in UK terms and I read the patterns wrong because I think it's US terms. Oh yeah, well, we talked about that in the beginning. Deciding if you want UK or US terms is should be some, you know, in your brain, but if you don't read both, you can always use a conversion. There's quite a lot of options on the internet for converting the patterns. Okay. Yeah, I know, Ursula. They don't state if they are UK or US. Okay, so the style of the magazine. Everything you're talking about right now falls under that. So each magazine has their own style. The style can be anything from the overall design of the magazine and also the vibe of the magazine. The articles, the different patterns in there, you know, you can clearly see a difference in different between different magazines. Sort of like what are their, I think vibe is the best word to describe it. Are you looking for something that's more fun, colorful, cheerful, you know, I don't want to say young, but like youthful, or maybe you are more into the funky designs, you know, interesting, intricate, interesting methods, learning new tricks and, you know, or maybe you are more into the sophisticated designs, mature feel. Maybe you consider yourself an advanced crocheter and, you know, you need the more hardcore designs that actually, you know, put a lot of time and effort into. These are all options that are out there, you know, these are all options that are currently offered by different magazines. So if you decide which one of these styles you prefer or you want to gear towards, then you are already narrowing down a lot of the pool, right? So many people lean toward a certain aesthetic, and that's something that's very easy to find out. Also, something to consider, while all the magazines have patterns in them, you should think of what exactly do you want. Do you want patterns that are just written patterns, or do you want charts? Do you want diagrams? Do you do a lot of color work, or do you want to do a lot of color work? Are you a more visual learner? Do you need picture tutorials in the magazine or stitch sketches and so on? Or are written patterns enough for you? Equally important is your ability to read UK and US terms, as we said. It's a big difference. Like if you think that the magazine is in US and it's actually in UK, then your patterns will all be off. But if it's all the same to you and you read both, then this might not be an issue for you. However, when you get the magazine, you should know which of the two it's written in, like Ursula said. Normally, the way of knowing is where is the publication from. Is it a British publication? Then it will be in UK terms. And from my personal experience, everything that's published from any other place would normally be in US terms. And finally, of course, you should decide if you want more or less the non-pattern content. If you want more of it, if you want less of it, are the articles, and the interviews and the fluff pieces and the ads, like some people say it here, for you, or less. Do you want your magazines to have a how-to or a technique or a what they call done-in-one ball stuff? Or does that not interest you? Or maybe you just, need the long, intricate, sophisticated patterns. Are you actually looking to make the designs, or are you looking for inspiration? Do you take the magazine and you say, oh, I really want to make that? Or do you take the magazine and you say, oh, I wonder how this top is constructed. Maybe I can design something using that method if I study that pattern, which is that's what I mostly do. So most of the magazines that I get because I want to learn how these pieces are constructed, and then I can translate that into my own designs and not necessarily make the designs that are in the book. All right. So gotta go a little bit back because you guys were talking while I was talking. Ursula is saying she wished they would put it clearly whether the magazine is in UK or US terms. Yes, I agree. Annika said that Bagode posted a video of her hook haul a day or two ago. They are beautiful and cheaper than some frills, but you have plenty of different hooks. Always end up using the same ones. Yeah, no, I really use all my different hooks, but like I said, I have a lot of projects going at once, so if there's a certain hook size that I use, I need a lot of them. Yes, polycraftual magazines, there are those. Okay, my chat jumped again. Gotta go back. Okay, Catherine is saying, great points, Reggie. Some people can only follow charts and other only written. Yes, it's very important to know if the magazines has chart or not. Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them think it takes too much space in the magazine, and they don't. And some of them, like I said, mostly the ones that are seasonal, that have more pages, they will have more depth in the patterns. Ursula is saying she doesn't mind in which terms it is, but really wish they would state it clearly. Yes, I agree. Normally you have to find out where the publication comes from. Oh wow, you're putting me on a big screen. I said I did not put on makeup today. Don't put me on a big screen. I'm already streaming in HD. Oh man, my chat keeps doing it. Okay, Catherine saying she likes magazines that have a wide range of difficulties. Some days I just want quick and some others you want a challenge. Yes. Ellie said she also find it slightly annoying when a lot of magazines focused on bigger countries like the UK or US. Is there any resource for like local publications? Yeah, well, I know German ones and Dutch ones, but like I said, I don't read in not UK and US terms. But I guess if you do, that's, you know, you can probably find out in your local yarn shops and so on. Reggie writes her own pattern the way I used to deconstruct other people's code to learn HTML. That's interesting. Big screen. Yes! Don't put me on the TV. Or like, you know, let me know before. I would, you know, at least Oh, you watch on the big screen and comment on your phone. That's a really cool trick. Christy purchased the first issue of Murit. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna talk about Murit later, but it's beautiful, fancy, and the design look high end. Unfortunately, the designs are not my style. I'm a simple crocheter. Yeah, I bought Murit for the same reason. Okay, we'll talk about like specific publications in a second. But as I've said, I think the last point you need to consider is what's the style of the magazine you're looking for, what you're trying to get in your magazine. A lot of us use the magazines for inspiration or, you know, just to find yarn. But that's fine. Unlike yarn subscriptions that are like can be very costly, mine included, crochet or magazine subscription in general they tend to be quite affordable. Catherine said she doesn't remember who it was, but it's a great trick to see if it's UK or US terms. Look at the treble or triple crochet. Treble is UK, triple is US. Oh, so if it was published in the UK, they would say treble, and if it's published in the US, they would say triple. Hi, Chris, welcome in. Wow, so you guys are all watching me on the TV. I'll remember that for next week because I was slacking down today. I didn't put on makeup. I will next. Okay, I promise. So you guys will. Yeah, but I don't. You know, those of you who say that you're watching me on TV, I stream in HD. So those of you who watch YouTube on your computer, you can like choose the quality of the video and like when you watch any of my videos, but also my lives, if you make sure that it's always on HD, then you will actually watch a video in HD, which not everyone does. But I'm just wondering if you're watching on the TV, if it actually like looks better than other videos that don't stream in HD, because I've never watched myself on the TV. So except for the one time that I was on TV, but like it wasn't through YouTube. You were just gonna say origin of publication probably dictates too much. Yeah, exactly. Origin of the publication. Aw, thank you. Some designer use treble and triple interchangeably though. Yeah, but we mean in the publication itself, because patterns in magazines get tech edited, so they would make sure that all the patterns that are in the magazine are written the same way, no matter which designer wrote them. Ursula. Aw, thank you. Stop it, you're making me blush, and now I'm on HD and without makeup. Oh, but if you're on the TV, you can't read the comments. I have no idea. I've never like watched YouTube on TV. but nice to know. Thank you. All right, so as I said, it is worth taking a look into past issues of the magazine if you have an option. Some of the magazines will let you flip through like older issues on their website. Some of them are available at different newsstands, so if you have the option, if they're not wrapped in plastic and you can just flip through and see what's in there, or in like bookstores, or if you have friends that are getting a certain magazine, maybe you can like look into it. If you have an option to actually look in the magazine and see what's featured in there, or if you can watch videos of YouTubers who get a subscription and flip through it on their videos, then you might want to do that and, you know, get an idea. Annalise says that it bothers her when people call a treble crochet a triple. I'm in the US and I do read patterns, and I've been reading them for 60 years and it's always been a treble crochet, never a triple. Oh, so you're saying that's like something that developed in the in the last few years, calling a treble a triple? Ashley. Yarniversity says you can watch me on a 65-inch TV, but can't thumbs up or comment. Oh yeah, well. Not today, not today. It's not that kind of live today. There's a setting to show the comments on the TV. Oh, thank you. I have no idea. I don't really watch YouTube on the TV. I normally watch it on my computer when I watch it, because you guys know I have no time at all. Save your money for yarn, don't buy makeup. You guys are funny. Carrie. That comment made me laugh more than it should have, right? Kim is saying interwave knitting, crochet, beading, and more often has a $3 back issue sale. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. Annika is saying she knows someone who writes patterns for a magazine. She has to use the terms that the magazine dictates. Yes, exactly. I mean, yes. We're actually having a Yarniversity coming up about writing for, like, getting your patterns published. It will most likely be next week's Yarniversity. Hopefully. I'm still waiting on something. And if it will be done by next week, then we'll have it next week, and if not, it will be the week after. But there's going to be a Yarniversity about getting your patterns in the magazine. You learned it as a treble as well. 99 thumbs, 86 watching. You're doing something right. Yeah, people come, they give the thumbs, and then they leave. You agree the United States is called treble, not triple? I have no idea. Like, I call it both. You think it's recent? So they dumbed it down. They dumbed it down because they say triple. You yarn over 3 times, so it's a triple. That makes sense. Okay, so we covered all the points that I thought are important when choosing a crochet magazine subscription. Before I go on to talking about specific magazines that I wanted to show and talk about, by the way, I linked down below in the description box, as well as in the blog post, 12 different crochet magazines that I thought are worth considering. There are, of course, more. There are more than those 12. But those are the 12 that I would consider. So, you know, if you are in the lookout for a crochet magazine subscription, you might want to, you know, take a look down below. Maybe there are some that you haven't considered or haven't never heard of before, and maybe you would want to look into. But as I've said, there are way more, and the reasons of why I put one in or did not put one in are my reasons. Like I wouldn't, like, you know, I don't want to limit your options. Okay, Crystal, thank you for being here. I highly appreciate it. Jesse saying, tip on digital PDF converting from UK to US and vice versa. If you have the pro version of Adobe, you can click on edit, then find and replace. Oh yeah, that's a good trick. All right. So, before we move on, does anyone have just like something that we did not discuss out of the 4 points that I thought you should think of when choosing a subscription? Is there something that we did not mention that you think is important for you when you look into a subscription? Something in addition to the 4 points that we discussed, which are the digital or printed, the frequency of the publication, the price, and of course the style and content. So if you have anything else other than this 4 that you think someone should consider when choosing a subscription, you know, share it with us. And hi Sheila, welcome in. And in the meantime, while you guys, you know, if anyone has something to say, I will just remind you all that we have the giveaway for this week. You can win this very nice special edition pattern collection, Baby Crochet. It has 60 patterns for a relaxing afternoon. So it says here on the cover. I'm saying in advance, I have used this magazine. It is in top condition. It is not like, nothing is like torn or dirty or even, I didn't even fold the corners or anything, but I did make a few patterns out of this, so it's not like brand new, but I hope that's fine with you because it is in brand new condition. So this is today's giveaway, and if you want to enter into the giveaway, all you gotta do is come back to the video once it goes into replay and answer the question that I asked before. And if you weren't here, you just come and watch the replay and learn what the question is. So answer the question in the comments, and next week on Yarniversity we will choose a winner for that out of the comments. The publication's commitment to sustainability, if they still publish physical media, says Ashley. That's something she would consider. Orso says, I always love magazines with extra bits. Often that is what makes me want to buy the magazine. You mean the little extras that come with it, like if they have a hook or some accessory or something like that? Sheila says she thinks the sizes of the patterns go up. The sizes that the patterns go up to is important. That is a very good point. Knowing if they have, if the magazine does sizes, because not all magazines, some magazines do only patterns that are adjustable. But if they do specific sizes, then knowing what size they go up to is very important. Thank you for that, Sheila. Thank you for mentioning that. Annika says she has printed postcards on the US and UK terms, so she can check and follow patterns in UK. Oh yeah, that's an trick. There's a lot of things you can do in order to do the conversion, but I think what we were talking about is more, how do you know if it's in UK and US before you start? Catherine is saying for her, the content has to grab the attention. It's also not going to spend money on very basic patterns. So, yeah, how intricate the patterns are. Thank you, Kelly. What month is that? What month is what? That? That's not, it's like a special edition of it's not a magazine, it's like a pattern collection. So there's not like a specific month for that. It's just it's like a special publication. By, wait a second, I don't remember. Which website was this from? Man, it says the names of all the designers and everything. Where is the... Doesn't say. In any way, in any case, yeah, I don't remember. But it is in UK terms for since we are discussing that already. This magazine is in UK terms. Annalisa says her pet peeve is that magazines that have patterns that require yarn that are so expensive I could never afford to make the pattern. Okay, so you don't like when the magazine already uses the yarn that is too expensive. Thanks for being here, Jess. I appreciate it. Thanks, Chris. That is a design that I am still currently working on releasing. Yes, you're a sucker for extra beats. Kelly saying, in the magazine, you should make sure there are actual patterns included if that's what you're interested in. You bought some that did not have any patterns. Really? Wow. Yarnbuff, the question for the giveaway. The question for the giveaway was the question for the giveaway was did the today's tips that I gave help you decide which were they helpful for you to help you decide which subscription you want to get, and if they did, which one did you choose? Good freebies. Okay, everybody loves the freebies. I get it. All right, see you, Georgetta. Thanks for being here. Okay, my chat jumped again. I'm very, very sorry if I missed anyone's comment. Mary says, I'm going to head over to Granny D's. All right, have fun. Yeah, for the time being, me and Granny D, we're still falling on the same time because we did not spring forward yet here in Germany. Okay, so a few magazines that I did want to specifically talk about. Someone mentioned Murit before, and I do want to mention Murit because they are pretty much the newest ones out there, or the second newest ones out there. They are putting their second issue of the magazine, so issue number 2 is going to be on sale on the 29th of March. I did link their website down below for those of you who are interested. It's not on sale yet, but you can, bookmark their website for when you are interested. Murit are they are aiming to being a high-end crochet magazine. I want to show you their issue 1 patterns. so this is what was included in their first issue, which was released in the fall winter of 2021. And you know, they had these really nice color work mittens. They had this men's vest. I really liked that they have both patterns for men and women. They had this skirt. I like that they had a big variety of things, so accessories, wearables. They had different sweaters, more than one. This was my personal favorite one. The one that made me buy the magazine was this one. Very, very beautiful, intricate pattern. Then they had scarves, hats. There's another color work sweater pattern. It kind of looks like, you know, I believe it's a raglan. I don't remember, but it kind of looked like, you know, like Norwegian style knitting, which I really liked. Then they had this oversized sweater, which is also that one that was on the cover of the magazine. That specific design I personally liked less, but it's a, you know, it's a matter of taste. Then they had crochet socks. You guys know I love crochet socks, but specifically this design was very, very basic. I kind of hope that they, you know, that they only put it in there because they wanted to put in socks. They look, maybe because of the yarn that's used, they look high-end, but they're really like very easy design. Then they had this beautiful half circle shawl that also like almost looks knitted, which I really liked. And they had one amigurumi, which okay, we can debate the level of amigurumi, but it was their first issue. It was released last fall, and they tried to, you know, market themselves as a high-end, intricate, very sophisticated crochet magazine, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do with their issue number 2. Yeah, straightforward. All right, see you all. Everyone is leaving. A skirt. That's it. You need to check if it will sag or not sag. Right? The I like that they did for men too. Yeah, the sleeves on that sweater did not. Yeah. So yeah, it was their first issue. I kind of felt like they wanted to include, you know, a collection of items. I wouldn't necessarily like fit that amigurumi in there. I would prefer to have one more item. But I like that they have a collection of different items. They aim towards the more sophisticated high-end crochet, even though not all of the patterns are very intricate. So it's like sophisticated looking, but not all the patterns are advanced level. Some of them are beginner level, but they look high-end. The magazine is they release it twice a year. So there's a spring summer issue, which, as I said, will go on sale on the 29th of March, and then there's the winter fall issue. It came out in September, I think. Let's hope that if it sags, it will stay on. Yeah. You like they have pattern for men, right? Yeah, I like that too. They are hard to find, unless, you know, a certain magazine would every once in a while have like an issue with like the theme of the issue this month will be like crochet for men. But I like it that they just worked it into the magazine. No, it may not be the best fit for the model. I agree. But again, it was just their first issue. There were a few flops, as I mentioned, in my opinion. Again, my personal opinion. Maybe some other people did think that it was better. But in my personal opinion, there were a few flops in that specific issue, but it was only their first issue, and I'm looking forward to seeing the issue that's gonna come out in spring. I definitely have a reminder for the 29th because I want to order it. They have you can either get the print and digital version. So if you purchase the print version, you will also get the digital version for the same price, or you can purchase the digital only version. This is something I really like. They offer both, but they say if you purchase the print version, you will still get the digital. So I kind of like that for the same price. And you can still get this issue number 1, which came out last fall. You can still get it on their website, but only in digital form. So if anyone's interested, that is still available. Yeah, you can make it longer, exactly. But I like that the magazine is not completely women-oriented. It's 22 pounds sterling, so UK money, for the digital version. Yes, as I've said, they're like a more high-end, and they are more pricey because you only have 2 issues a year. Okay, remember what we said, price per issue. A lot of times when you work out the price of a yearly subscription, it will come down to less than $10 an issue, while when you get quarterly or twice a year, like this one, a seasonal one, they will be more pricey. You can always take what you like about the pattern, yeah, exactly. I like to get the magazines more to learn the construction of stuff, and I personally can alter them. Okay, so that is more it. Again, I'm not going to go through the entire 12. I chose a few that I thought were more interesting to talk about. And the next one is Yarnology. That is another very new magazine. There's only 1 issue out, and issue 2 is coming, as you can see on the screen. I found it really interesting that Yarnology is an Australian magazine. So it's actually issued in Australia, because all the other magazines that I found in English, as I've said, were either UK or US based. So I really liked that this one is an Australian magazine. They have a print edition, and it is my understanding that you can also get a digital edition. But issue 1, which is the very first issue of that magazine, was just released, and you can now pre-order issue 2, as you can see here, and you can pre-order it now, and it will come out in May of 2022. So that would be the summer issue. It is $22 per issue, again, just like Morit, but as I've said, looking at seasonal magazines, they will be more expensive. Yeah, so that is the Yarnology magazine. There's like a what can you expect in each issue, and it says, designed to inspire and encourage fellow yarn crafters to try new things, share their creations, and just enjoy the goodness of making with yarn. So, if that sounds like your cup of tea, then you might want to try, taking a look at Yarnology. Depends on how many patterns are usable. Oh, in terms of the price, yeah. If I work it out price per pattern, that's out of your range. Oh, yeah, well, that's another way to calculate how many patterns are in there. But there is not just patterns in the magazine. So you have to remember you're paying like not just for a pattern. Looking at you through the keyhole. Shipping of the print edition was ridiculous. You mean on the Murit or Yarnology? That's approximately £11. Keep an eye on the exchange rate as you may be able to get it cheaper. Oh, you mean the Yarnology? Yes, it's $22 Australian. Yes, they are the equivalent. They're like high-end crochet magazines, and they are seasonal. That's the Murit and Yarnology. Those are two options that, you know, just they just started. That's another thing that you need to consider when looking at these two. Okay. Another one that I wanted to specifically highlight is this one. It's called Fun Crochet Magazine. The name on its own is already fun. The reason I really wanted to show this one is because it's in English again, but it's a Dutch magazine, which I found really nice. It's based in the Netherlands. And they published the magazine. They have an English version of it, and then they have a Dutch version of it. So I really like it that you can, you know, get the same magazine in the English version. The price is very nice. As you can see, €550 per issue. And as you can see, it's versatile. They have like you can see from the covers that they have homeware like blankets and pillows. They have amigurumi. They have scarves and wearables. They have socks, hats, accessories, and so on. So there's a range, you know, and I kind of like that. So I just wanted to show it because I'm pretty sure that's one that maybe a lot of you never heard of, since it's, you know, based in the Netherlands, and I thought I thought it would be nice to show. Yeah, that one sweater of Murit was really nice. And yeah, so I just wanted to, you know, just for the fun of crochet, wanted to show you, you know, the magazine. You have like it says there are 18 crochet projects inside, lots of clothing and accessories, and they also have like we said, the fluff pieces. So how to improve your skills. They have how to do the lobster stitch, the brick stitch, the bean stitch, those specific stitch tutorials, how to with pictures and so on. Catherine says she found this awesome fiber magazine at the museum. It has crochet, knit, spin, and weaving. Oh, that's cool. It's a Dutch magazine, but it's in English. It's called Kool Magazine. Let me write it down, and I will look into it. Thank you, Catherine. You do like magazine with a variety, so there's something for... Yeah, I thought it was really nice, and it does sound fun, you know. Fun crochet. Who doesn't want fun crochet? Yeah. All right. So, that's another one that I specifically wanted to show, and then I wanted to show you this I Like to Crochet or I Like Crochet magazine. Now, this is a digital subscription, and it has like different levels of digital subscription. So again, everything is linked down below, and I will leave it to you guys just to look. But this is a digital subscription where you pay like a membership to the website, and then you get the issue that comes out. It's a bi-monthly magazine, so it's a digital issue once every 2 months. But in addition, you also get special pattern collections like this one that you see here for Easter, for example. And then you can choose your level of club membership. So you can get, for example, the bronze club. It has 3 free crochet patterns per month. Free mini crochet pattern collection, so not the full pattern collection, but mini one. You get the newsletter, and you get previews of premium crochet content and special discounts. Or you can get, the gold club, and then you get everything that the bronze clubs get. But in addition, you also get the designer pattern collection access and the magazine access. So there's like different levels of subscription. Each of them includes different stuff. So that is something, for example, for those of you who like the digital form, you can like pick and choose out of everything that they offer, and the price will be fitted to what it is that you want to get, which I thought was nice to show that there's also like this kind of option where you can sort of cater it to what you want to get. Oh, the picture on the the picture on the magazine does look a little bit like Kath. I agree. I did not see that coming. I have sirens going off. The patterns in a light crochet got repetitive and had less interesting patterns as month went by. Oh, so Mary said she was actually, maybe Mary was actually subscribed to it, and she said there was not a big selection, so they kind of got repetitive. Okay, so back to me. I promise I'm almost done. And then I have some physical issues of stuff that I got that I wanted to show you guys. All right, so another one of the magazines that I put in the list down below is Simply Crochet. This one I really like. You remember when I said before, like, think of the vibe of the magazine. So this is the kind of magazine that when looking at the cover, you can already like get the vibe of the magazine. I hope that you guys understand what I mean. There's like the feel that you get from the design of the cover, from the colors that they use in the design and in the print. And when flipping through the magazines, it sort of has like this fun, youthful, very happy kind of light vibe, which I like. It's just nothing about the specific designs. It's the vibe of the magazine. Look at that top. Isn't it gorgeous? So I kind of like the aesthetic of the magazine, which is one of the things that I talked about when I said like you need to consider what kind of this like the feel of the magazine that fits your wants. Yeah, right. You buy all the ones on eBay. Yeah, I got a few of these of the Simply Crochet. I have quite a few of these that I got. It is in UK terms, if that, you know, if that's important. Um, but yeah, look, I mean, I like the feel of the, even though just looking at this picture, us more experienced crocheters, we can sort of like figure it out without needing the patterns. But like I said, I mostly use crochet magazines for inspirations or to learn constructions of things so that I can design them myself. Look at that clutch. So I really like the Simply Crochet magazine for that, or, you know, for my needs. You need that sweater. This is the, this must have been a few years ago. 78, issue number 78. You have a ton of those. Their very first issue looks exactly the same as Simply Knitting, but from issue 2 towards it looks like this. Yeah, I think they kind of like found their vibe. Yeah, so I mostly use crochet magazines in general for inspiration and to learn, you know, construction and ideas for stitches and sometimes maybe color work, though I don't do a lot of color work. But again, they have quite a big selection, and of course, you gotta love the ads. Wool Warehouse, right? Yeah, so I really like, you know, Simply Crochet is one that I really like for the vibe and the construction of the magazine. That's something that that I mentioned before. There's another one of those tops with the drop shoulder. But yeah, you know, so the feel of the magazine, I see this on the stand, of the magazine stand, it calls to me. So I really like that. Then we have Crochet Now. Again, this is a UK-based magazine, and you can kind of see what I mean, right? Here we also have like baby items, we have home decorations and so on. But you see what I mean? You look at the cover and you get like a feel of the magazine. Don't have issue 78. Can I buy it from you? Yeah, right. Message me. I'll see if I want to part with it. But yeah, you know, so you have a lot of these a lot of the design are, sorry, there's a more, my words, there's more selection in the designs. So like I said, there's like baby items, home decorations, and stuff like that, whereas the other one, the Simply Crochet, had more wearables and accessories. But still, you know, this cardigan is nice, right? And charts. Remember what I said? You know, think of what's in the magazine. Do you get charts? Do you get, sorry, diagrams? Charts, diagrams. I am a very visual learner, visual person. Step-by-step tutorials. So that's something I really like about Crochet Now. It features a lot of these features that I like. So that's an example of, you know, a magazine that has, you know, charts, diagrams, step-by-step pictures, and a selection of items. It's not just wearables. Yes, it's true. You can get the patterns from some of the magazines on Ravelry. And they do have back issues on their website. Simply Crochet definitely does have it. It was a cardigan. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, because I think I looked into it a few months ago. Oh, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. It's not a cardigan. Which one was there was a cardigan that I looked at a few months ago. Ah, this one. Sorry, that was the cardigan. I mixed them up. This one was the cardigan, and the other one was the wrap. You are correct. It features features. Exactly. It features features. Sometimes the words are not complicated. All right. And then this is the one that I told you guys about, Molly Makes. So this again is linked in the description box below. This was the magazine that got me all all out of sorts because I got it here in Germany. And even though everything on the outside is in English, the inside is completely in German. But Molly Makes is a polycraftual magazine, like Catherine said. And it has crochet and knit, but also different things like make your Christmas card stamp, different crafts, paper craft, this where is it? This wreath that's you can see, yeah, you can see she's using like glue gun and fabric. It's like a DIY magazine, you know, macrame. So it has all crafts. I really liked it, but then, you know, it was in German, so some of the stuff I can get. I really liked, one of the reasons I bought the magazine was this project, to make the lamp. You see that? You you take like a lampshade and then you cover it with yarn. It's just wrapping. It's not, you don't do anything special. You just wrap it around. Which I thought was such a nice idea. And then you get this lamp. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Why do all the models in the magazine look like they know a secret about your mother? Molly Makes is in English, the one we get here, but I'm not keen on it because I'm not interested in anything. Yeah, like I said, Molly Makes normally is in English. I linked it down below to where you can get the English edition of this. But this one I picked up at the post office here in Germany, and you know, it said Molly Makes, and the whole cover and everything here is in, you know, it's in English, and then you look inside and everything was in German. I was not amused. Hogwarts colors. Yeah. And then there are these two. These two were bought for me in the UK and then sent over. They are from what I understand, and Angela, and maybe Alice, maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, they are no longer available. They are, they were issued by Women Weekly magazine, So from what I understand, they used to have like the knitting and crochet magazine. It used to be like something that came out bi-monthly, and they stopped it, I think, because I couldn't find any mention of where you can get it nowadays. But I do know that it was by Women Weekly. So maybe those of you in the UK can let us know if that's still, you know, happening. Um, but I have a few, you know, a few back, you know, or ones that were brought to me when they were still printing them. So they had like what I was saying about the feel of the magazine. So, you know, just by looking at the pictures, you can sort of see what I mean when I say like look inside and see if the feel of the magazine talks to you. Not just the like how the women look in the pictures, but this the editorial form, you know, one big picture on one side and the pattern on the other, with all the, you know, all the abbreviations and special stitches highlighted on one side. I kind of like this construction, you know, one big picture of the item where you can clearly see what it looks like, and then the pattern on the other side. And it's a big space saver too. Your post office sounds interesting. No way I'd find anything that interesting in my post office. Oh, our post office is like one wall is all kinds of magazines, like from every possible interest that you might think of. The problem is they don't have a lot for each. So like they would have one for knitting and crochet or something like that. They wouldn't have like all of them. If you want all of them, you need to go to the yarn shops or to the craft shops. It's like a newsstand. Yeah, but I hope, you know, that you guys understand what I mean when I say look into the magazines and get the feel of the magazines, and also get a feel of the content. Like I said, with the Molly Makes, it's very important that you know that it's a polycraftual magazine, that you will have things like that are crafts that you might not be making, but it might be interesting for you if you're a general DIY person and you're interested into that kind of stuff and you want to learn new DIY options, or like you know, look into the ads, like how much of the issue is ads. Like, am I paying for just a few pages and the rest is all ads? Do I want to, like, does the price worth it? And then we have, you know, the articles. I'm trying to find a specific one that I wanted to show you guys. Don't remember if it was in this one or the other one. But there was like an article about just like an editorial piece, which was here. So there's an editorial piece about calligraphy. And, you know, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full pages of the magazine. So 6 pages of the magazine are this article about calligraphy. So I mean, it's up to you. How do you like your like extra pieces to be? Hi, Chris. You can always watch the replay. You've seen them in yards, and we never had the red cover one. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Oh, okay. The magazines, you've seen them, but you know, okay. Your post office sounds interesting. Yeah, I read that one. German post offices are an experience. 99% not post related. Yes, right, right. I said that too. Yes, that is correct. Molly Makes was offered as a replacement when one of our American crochet magazines stopped production. Oh, really? Well, like I said, it has like every possible craft in there. So there might be like one crochet item in every issue. So if you only do crochet, it might not be for you. But if you're a person who likes to do DIY and a lot of different crafts, that's a good one. Yeah. Okay, so I think I got the message through. I give you guys my the 4 points that I think you should most consider when considering a crochet magazine. And I showed you guys a few examples from the internet and also from ones that I have here to the, you know, to clarify each one of the points that I was talking about. So we know, you know, for example, that Murate and Yarnology are seasonal magazines. They only come out twice a year. They're more like high-end, more sophisticated feel to them when we spoke about the feel of the magazine. And of course, we talked about what's, you know, value for money and how much they cost. And we know that the ones that are seasonal tend to be more expensive, whereas you can get the Simply Crochet and Crochet Now for like $5.99 or something like that. And if you do a subscription, it's probably less. You have a copy of Molly Makes. They teamed up for a charity issue for Red Nose Day. Oh, nice. If you had a subscription to the Crochet magazine, you just started getting these Molly magazines with nothing that interested you. Oh, so they just replaced it. Okay. The post office that's close to Friends is located in a bookstore. In the Netherlands, you find the post office inside other stores. But you wouldn't buy it again for Miss Krabs. Okay. Okay, so I hope that, you know, today's chat has been interesting and helpful for you guys. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe down below. Don't forget to come back to the video, and once it goes into replay, comment down below to enter into the giveaway, the baby crochet pattern collection, which we will choose a winner for next week on Yarniversity, which I hope that you will join me for. I do remind all of our members, no matter what membership level you have, on the 22nd, we have our members only live. We will be making a summer hat, and I put up the post with everything that you know, all the materials that you need if you want to join us and make the hat while we chat, or if you just want to come in and chat, you can also do that. But if you want to come and make the project, then take a look at the post on the community tab. It's a members only post, so only if you're a member you'll be able to see it, or on the Facebook group, there everyone can see it. And come in to the members only live and, you know, hang out with us. And I'm glad you guys all liked it. And well, if you still have time, if you want, you can still join the membership program by pressing the join button or the link in the description box below. And you know, anyone who will be a member at the time of the live can attend. And the last thing that I still want to remember you guys is, I don't know, maybe someone already bought them because my phone was going off quite a lot, but there are still 2 boxes of the March edition of the Yarn Club up for grabs. And tomorrow I will be changing the listing to the April listing. So if you were still thinking of getting the March one, now is your chance. If you want to see spoilers of the January and February clubs, you can check out my Instagram. I posted the January one I think about 5 weeks ago, and the February one I posted today, so you can see what came in previous boxes and maybe decide if you want to get the March one. And for those of you who got, the January, February, and March, and we're waiting for the April listing, it will be up sometime during the day tomorrow on Etsy. So thank you all very, very much for, hanging out, for being here. Glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad that that you found it interesting, and I am looking forward to seeing you all next time. So have a wonderful, wonderful week, and don't forget to come back to comment to enter into the giveaway. Okay. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.